Yes, sir. But it's not sunny here in LA. It's cloudy. It's cloudy.
Really?
Yeah, but it's okay.
Wow. Okay. So when did you get back yesterday?
Yeah, I go back yesterday. Like I had to fly out very early at 4 a.m. because I've got things to take care of here and also at work back in Dubai. So yeah, I just got off the phone even, and that was why I'm pretty late a little bit. But I'm sorry about that. Yeah.
It's all right, mate. It's all right. Well, first of all, mate, absolutely fantastic job on the weekend, mate. How do you feel?
Oh, awesome, awesome, awesome. I feel great. I feel good. I feel good. Yeah, I feel okay.
For me, that was by far your best package. Much better than the Arnold Classic on the first day. I mean, you looked. For me, I think the biggest improvements I noticed dramatically was your back.
Yes, because I think I'm still a work in progress, and me and the guys were still trying to like just uh, we're still trying to like get everything put in place. For the Arnold, it was more like being conditioned,
Yeah.
and we got that checked on the box. For this prep, it was more like trying to get that back, like come up a bit. So that's check on the box. So for the Olympia, heading towards the Olympia, I think the focus now will be the hamstrings bigger, the glutes tighter, and just yeah, and slowly, we'll now be able to get an overall uh, work done on me. But now we're just hitting one, is brick by brick. We're hitting one step at a time.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I said to, I think I said to Ron yesterday. I said, Ron, I said, go back and look at those Arnold Classic Amateur, which was what, March last year.
Yeah.
I mean, have you actually put those photos side by side yet to compare?
Yeah, I did. Like matter of fact, yeah, I put all the shows I did. I put the amateurs, the Texas of last year, the Arnold UK. The I didn't put the Olympia because I didn't do anything at the Olympia because I wasn't feeling too good and I was just on maintenance. I was just trying to just stay in shape. So
Yeah.
I don't that. I don't kind of, but I put the Arnold and I put this one together. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because I spoke to you at the Olympia, and you could barely speak, couldn't you? You're really
Yeah.
like you were. What was that, flu or something? Or
I think it was everything. I think it was COVID, it was flu, it was everything. It was because the moment I landed on the 11th of November, from the 15th, I was sick until when I traveled back after the Olympia. And funny enough, I traveled back to Dubai, and even mid-flight, I started to feel okay. So that was when I knew some
wow,
from yeah,
wow.
yeah,
So when
yeah.
did you go back to LA? Obviously to be trained by Psycho Fitness. When did you go back, and when do you go back now, or are you staying here till the Olympia now?
No, no. Like I'll be heading back. I think this weekend back to Dubai, and then I just have to regroup. I've got work to take care of, some personal things, and stuff to handle there. And then I think I'll just be there for a couple of weeks, and then I'm looking at third or fourth week of September. I'll be back, and then we continue because we don't have much time on our hands. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you got the win in as well, because I didn't, otherwise you'd have had to have gone to Legion, and then that's another 6 weeks. It really would have messed up the whole Olympia prep, wouldn't it?
No, for me, it was Texas or nothing.
Yeah, yeah, I thought so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I laid on my eggs in Texas. I'm like, I'm doing this show, and if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I'm not gonna like,
Hmm.
um, because I want to always come out there with an improvement, with something better to give to people,
Yeah.
and not just trying to just be there because I just want to be there. You know what I mean? So it
Mm.
makes no sense in it. So I'm like, no. So it was all in. There was no plan. They wanted me to have a plan A, plan B, or plan C. They wanted me to go in Tampa earlier, and then Texas, and then probably. But I'm not that kind of person. Mine is just one. It has to be one, and go all in there, get it, and that's it.
Yeah. So Chris Psycho Fitness said you were about 5 pounds heavier. I think you looked it, but I think this year I think you've cracked the conditioning this year at the Arnold Classic.
Yeah.
And at this show, I really feel like the biggest improvements, apart from on your back, is just your huge level up in conditioning.
Yeah. I think just like what I was saying, you know, we're not focusing on the overall improvement. We're focusing on one step at a time.
Yeah.
Because I will say I started to be a bodybuilder from this Arnold because I got you know, a team and a different thing entirely I'm doing. Because all through of last year, I literally they trained myself. I trained myself. I was with George, but I was literally like doing everything same by myself, like training myself. Why? So for me, I wouldn't count that. I just count that as a beginner's phase, you know. But and in as much as that, I was still able to accomplish a lot, literally on my own.
Okay.
But with George on my side, yeah. But now, Flex also was there, but due to his health like situations, we only could like be together for a couple of days. So I wouldn't count that because a couple of days in a full year, there was like it's more or less like nothing. But I did gain some knowledge though. So yeah. So this time around, I think it's been from the beginning of each prep. It's been with these guys and following their lead, being in camp, back and forth. So I think, we've cracked one code, we've cracked the other code.
Yeah.
So now we'll just keep cracking the codes until when we can have an overall, like thing to keep going with.
So if you can take 8th in your first Olympia, a very tough Olympia, when you were sick, like, because you said you could, you were really sick and all, I mean,
Yep.
I mean, I saw, because I'll be honest, right? I really got the hype when I saw you at the Olympia.
Yeah.
I thought you were good, but I did critique your physique. I did.
Yeah.
I did. But like when I saw it at the Olympia, I went, I get it now, because there's something about seeing you in the flesh that it just doesn't translate when I see in pictures.
Yeah. Exactly, because even if you look at the Olympia like physique and the Texas I did like last year and the Arnold of last year, I was bigger. Just big in size of the Olympia, which I always have been. But if you talk about the detail, symmetry, and whatever, it wasn't there. But doing that on my own and just having 8, it's a big. For me, it's a big. I think it was the biggest accomplishment over. Loads of competitors, you know what I mean? So this time around, we'll see how it goes. But be that said, at the Arnold, I think I only came in 3 pounds heavier. At the Arnold, I was 273, but this competition, I remember like about to step out and step on stage, I was 270, 276. So I think I was just 3 pounds heavier, but I think if you compare both of them, the Arnold and this, I would say in weight wise they're not the same, but perspective wise I think is the same.